Long live the Queen, Queen Mary of Denmark, ever the embodiment of grace and quiet power, once again proved why the world can't take its eyes off her. Clad in a majestic all-white ensemble, she emerged onto the historic balcony of Christiansborg Castle with a calm confidence that turned a routine appearance into a global headline. The Danish summer sunlight caught the delicate embroidery of her flowing outfit as her husband, King Frederik, stood beside her in regal form, the image of steadfast love and leadership. What followed was not just a moment, it was a royal fairy tale brought to life. A kiss, brief but bursting with emotion, exchanged between the king and queen, ignited cheers from the crowd and set hearts racing across Denmark and beyond. The elegance Queen Mary brought to this appearance was not merely in the fabric she wore or the heels she gracefully balanced upon the cobbled stones, it was in the aura she carried, the ease with which she smiled at the crowd, the warmth in her eyes when she looked toward King Frederik. The moment, caught by photographers and streamed instantly to millions, has since become symbolic of a royal bond that has only grown stronger over the decades. The kiss they shared wasn't rehearsed or ceremonial, it was raw, real, and unmistakably filled with the kind of affection that most monarchies only dream of projecting. As spectators gasped and applauded from below, Queen Mary's smile deepened, and her hand gently rested on her husband's chest. It was a gesture that said so much without words, of unity, resilience, and romantic devotion. Behind them, the towering arches of Christiansborg Castle framed this intimate exchange with grandeur. Home to centuries of royal history and political power, the castle stood firm in the background, a perfect contrast to the living, breathing story of love being played out before it. The Danish monarchy has long been revered for its ability to balance tradition with modernity, and Queen Mary's presence embodies this balance better than ever. She represents more than a consort. She is a bridge between Australia and Denmark, modernity and monarchy, tradition and evolution. The all-white look she chose for this historic appearance was a masterstroke in royal fashion symbolism. White, the color of peace, unity, and clarity, stood in strong contrast to the layered symbolism of her role. Her blouse, delicately tailored and adorned with understated lace accents, paired with a flowing skirt that caught the summer breeze, exuded both purity and strength. Minimal jewelry completed the look, just enough sparkle to reflect the sunlight but not so much as to distract from her natural grace. A pair of pearl earrings danced gently as she turned her head to wave to the crowd, completing the ensemble with just the right amount of royal sparkle. But the moment was not just about style. It was a visual reaffirmation of the monarchy's enduring relevance in a world that constantly shifts around it. As the couple kissed, King Frederik's hand resting softly against Mary's waist, the scene underscored not only their personal affection but also their shared commitment to their country and to each other. The people below looked up, some cheering, others wiping tears from their cheeks. In a world often dominated by fast-paced change and fleeting headlines, this was a moment to hold on to, unfiltered, elegant, enduring. This appearance also carries broader significance. It comes at a time when the Danish royal family is re-establishing its place on the world stage. With Queen Margrethe having recently stepped down and King Frederik ascending the throne, the monarchy is undergoing a gentle transformation. Yet in Queen Mary, Denmark finds stability, familiarity, and an icon of modern nobility. Her presence reassures the people that their monarchy remains in compassionate, competent hands. Her kiss to the king wasn't just a romantic gesture, it was a silent oath, a public promise that their union remains as strong as their duty. Observers were quick to point out that this wasn't the first time Queen Mary has made headlines for her fashion or her demeanor, but it may be among the most powerful. Social media erupted within minutes, with fans from all over the world posting stills of the kiss, analyzing her outfit, and lauding the deep bond she clearly shares with her husband. Fashion critics praised her minimal yet striking look, while royal commentators focused on how this moment reflected a royal couple in sync not just in love, but in leadership. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens in Denmark took to the streets with renewed pride, speaking of their queen with admiration and heartfelt loyalty. And let us not forget the significance of location. Christiansborg Castle, not merely a residence, but a symbol of the Danish constitution, government, and heritage. For the Queen and King to share such a personal moment in such a powerful place creates a narrative of closeness between the people and the monarchy. It becomes a visual story that says, "We are not distant rulers, we are your king and queen, and we love as you love." Children waved small Danish flags. Elderly citizens looked on, some recalling earlier generations of royalty they'd seen wave from that very same balcony. For them, this wasn't just a modern moment, it was a continuation of history, one that carries with it a deep cultural resonance. Queen Mary, with her poised smile and heart-stealing grace, isn't just part of that history, she's shaping it. There's also an emotional subtext to this display of affection. In a world where monarchies often face criticism for being aloof or out of touch, gestures like these build bridges. They humanize the royals, allowing people to see the heart behind the crown. And for Queen Mary, who has long been hailed for her empathy and charitable efforts, this kiss was more than just romantic. It was a symbol of everything she brings to her role: authenticity, love, commitment, and hope. As the couple retreated back inside the castle after the brief but poignant moment, the echoes of cheers still filled the square below. Journalists continued to report live from the scene, fashion outlets updated their coverage, and social media timelines filled with love for the Queen. In that white ensemble, against that regal backdrop, with her king beside her and the world watching, Queen Mary gave us something rare: royal romance that felt real. And so, in an era where royal families must work harder than ever to remain relevant and respected, Queen Mary has again done what she does best: she let her actions speak. Her kiss, her look, her energy, all reminders that leadership can be gentle, that royalty can be relatable, and that love still holds a sacred place at the heart of the crown. But the question now lingers in the hearts of millions: will this enchanting moment become a defining image of a new royal era, or is it merely the beginning of something even greater in Queen Mary and King Frederic's reign? Would you want to see more of these raw, romantic royal moments, or has Queen Mary just set the gold standard for what a modern monarch should be?